back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And I think this is a free play for Wilson. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Out of the gun, handoff to Dallas. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 4th down, here's Wilson. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It'll be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff to Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mike Davis taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10. At their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught inside the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Here's a give to Davis. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it.
What's the deal, y'all?
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy, no matter what, though.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. Do what we do.
He will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack there by Rasheem Green. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is caught. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Here's Davis to run again on second.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Franks now. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Benson Mayowa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A little juke.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Penny. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30. 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mike Davis with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Coup able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Franks. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So deep trouble here, backed up to their own 1-yard line for 2nd and long. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable. 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
Frank's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks on 1 play have taken the lead.
And when you're thinking about your opening drive in the 3rd quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, I'm just sitting back in my chair. Let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. No
return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Franks. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, Franks.
Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Franks looking to throw.
And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Escaping the pressure right. A dump off for Davis. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mike Davis, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. This is DJ Reed returning. Now a hit and a loose football. A first down carry for Davis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll run it again here with Davis. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Davis, they'll try to run for it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mike Davis taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Here's Reed returning. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
Now Wilson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now Wilson on first down. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Franks.
Rolling to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Handoff, running left is Davis. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The Falcons on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They go play action with Franks. On the move to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Operating from the gun. Franks. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, Davis. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Davis. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
To throw on 3rd down. Franks, the loop, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. It's Franks now from the shotgun. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of the time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 55 yards. And the Seahawks strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 7. At time, a huge factor. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On 2nd down, it's Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Davis. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you. Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Franks will throw for it on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Here's a 1st down run with Collins, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wilson wants to throw it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons